Hello all. In this lecture, we are going to see how to import a dataset. That is, how to convert any CSV, Excel or any other formatted dataset into a SAS dataset. So let's do that. Before that, we'll recap what we have done in the last lecture is that we have created one folder and we have uploaded a single file in this folder. Now we want to upload a set of files that we are going to use in this lecture series. So click on this My Files, upload icon, then choose file, and we want to choose all the files that we are going to use in this lecture series. So for that, click on the first one, hold the shift key and click on the last one. All the in between dataset will get selected and click on open. Now you can see the change that in the last lecture we have just selected one file, that is grades file. In this, for now we have selected all the files. You can see the list of all the files with their extension, that is the file format, name of the file and the size of the file. Then click on this upload. Now you can see in the My Files all the data set, all the files are got uploaded. Now you can import a data set and you can convert it into a SAS data set for working on that. To do that, the importing thing, you have to go to this task and utilities tab, in which when you scroll down, you can see utilities. In utilities, we have an option to import a data. When you double click on this import data, it will give an option to select a file. There are two options: drag and drop the file or select a file. You can click on this select file and you can select any of the file that you want to import and then click on open. Or the second option is that go to the file where servers and file folder. We want to import this grades file. Click on this file and drag and drop to this select file option. Now you can see our work area is got divided into two halves. First one is file format information, like a different option we are going to choose from this, and the second half is for the coding purpose. Whatever we choose in this above section is got converted into a code by the SAS automatically. So we'll select the options and there are different options in the top. You can see when you click on this setting, you can just see the first upper part of this page. When you click on this codes and result, you can just see the lower part of this page. And when you click on the split option, you can see both the sections, settings and code and result, by a splitted screen. For now, we are going to see the settings option, in which you can see the data set name is import by default. If you want to change the data set name, click on this change. Here you can see there is an option to also give a library name. By default, SAS has a work library, which is a default library. All the data set we are going to create are get stored by default in the work library. But this is for a small period of time, and this is for if you exit the SAS program, all the activities, all the content in this work library is get deleted. This is a temporary library to store any data set. In the next lecture or in the upcoming lecture, we are going to see how to create a library which will hold all the data set for a longer period of time. For now, I'm storing it in the work library, that is a default library, and I'm changing the dataset name to a name that is there in the Excel file. Like the same name given to the Excel file, I'll give to the SAS file, that is grades. And then click on this save option. Now you can see this dataset name is changed from import to grades, and the library name is work library. And you can note that the SAS program has already recognized that this is a Excel file. And if you want to give manually the extension, you can click on this list arrow. You'll get a list. You can select from the different data set name like Excel or CSV or anything. But SPSS by default recognize the data type of the file. And the last option is the generate SAS variable name. You can see the Excel file of the grade. In this Excel file, the first row is the variable name, and we want to inform the SAS that the first row of this file is the variable name. For that, you have to click on this tick box that generates SAS name. If you don't click on this tick box, let's see what is the change. We have given all the information about the file, and now it is time to run the program. So click on this run icon. When you click on this run icon, we will get a result. We have to see this result, you have to go to this code and result slide. Click on this. When you scroll down, you can see the data set is got created, but there is a default, but there is some mistake in this data set. That is, the variable name are given by default, which is not the same as our data set, that is name, ID, quiz1. You can see the variable name is given as A, B, C, D, etc. So this is not that we want. And also the SPSS couldn't recognize the type of the variable since we have not defined the variable name. Now we'll see how to give the variable name. Same I have explained, that go to this settings option. You just have to click on the generate SAS variable name. When you take this checkbox, and now you can see the change. When you click on this run, we'll get a message. If you want to replace whatever we have done earlier, click on this replace button, and we'll see the change in this result box. Scroll down. Now you can see that SPSS has recognized that the first row of the dataset was a variable name, and by default SPSS also recognize the type of the variable correctly. You can see that our name variable is the only character variable in the dataset, and all other variables are a numeric type variable. You can also see in this Excel file, name variable is the character variable and all the other variables are a numeric type variable. You can see this in this Excel, in the SAS Studio output. We have got the correct output, the correct data set, and all other information, rest of the information that we don't want for now. We'll just see variable name and the type of the variable. And now we have imported the data set in the SAS data set, converted the CSV or Excel format into a SAS data set. Now how to how do we know that the data set is got created? For that, now you have remember that our data set is got stored in the work library. So go to this libraries. In that my libraries, we have an option which is work library. When you click on this triangle, you can see our grades data set, which is a SAS data set, is got stored in this work library. Double click on this grades data set. You can see that our Excel file is converted to a SAS data set file. So we have imported the Excel file to a SAS dataset. So that's it for this video. Till then, keep learning.